President Bashar al-Assad received this morning Dr. Saeed Jalili, Secretary General of the Higher Council of National Security in Iran, and the accompanying delegation. They discussed the situation in the region in general and in Syria in particular after the flagrant Israeli aggression on the Center of Scientific Research in Jamraya. The president asserted that this aggression exposed Israel's real role in collusion with the hostile foreign forces and their tools utilized in destabilizing and weakening Syria. The president asserted that Syria, with the awareness of its people and the power of its army, would continue to face the current challenges and confront any aggression on the Syrian people and their culture and historical role. Dr. Jalili expressed confidence in the wisdom of the Syrian leadership in dealing with this treacherous aggression and stressed Iran's full support for the Syrian people against the Zionist enemy and Iran's keenness to continue coordination with Syria to confront foreign plots that aim at destabilizing this region. He also expressed Iran's appreciation of the plan of political solution presented by President Assad to end the crisis in Syria and the steps of the Syrian government to carry out this plan. He also expressed Iran's readiness to offer any assistance to the national dialogue as the only way to end the crisis. They also discussed the distinguished relations of cooperation between the two countries and the mutual keenness of their leaderships to consolidate this cooperation in all fields. Within the same context, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates Walid al-Muallim met with Secretary of the Supreme Council of Iran's National Security Saeed Jalili. Foreign Minister Walid al-Muallim affirmed that Israel proved its involvement in destroying the infrastructure and the development centers in Syria along with the terrorist armed groups, while the Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council condemned the Israeli raid, pointing out that it proves the Zionist entity's hostility that threatens the region's security and stability. Moscow and Washington stressed the necessity of solving their differences and problems on the basis of equal footing and taking their interests into consideration. Commenting on the results of his dialogue with the American Vice President Joe Biden in Munich, the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that problems between the two countries should be solved and efforts should be exerted to avoid the rise of new problems. In Washington, the White House asserted that the Obama administration believed that the two countries should join efforts to solve problems in the modern world. The White House added that the meeting in Munich discussed world peace and security, especially in Syria. Ali Larijani condemned the Israeli attack on a center of scientific research in Damascus countryside. He asserted that the Zionist aggressors would suffer the consequences of their aggression. He added that the Zionist aggression on Lebanon in 2006 and the last two attacks on Gaza all show Israel's inability to confront resistance. He called upon the regional states which support terrorist violence and chaos in Syria to move away from the plots of the Zionists. Mr. Larijani also said that Iran had always supported the sovereignty of the people in the Islamic countries. He pointed out that the US, some Western states and Arab reactionaries in the region hated the Syrian people's resistance of Zionist conspiracies. A number of youth and students in Russia, in collaboration with Syrian students and citizens in Russia, organized a sit-in of protest before the American embassy in Moscow in order to denounce the Israeli aggression on the Center of Scientific Research in Damascus countryside. Minister of State of the Syrian Arab Red Crescent Joseph Swed discussed with the UN representative of Children's Affairs in Syria, Youssef Abdel-Jalil, the positive cooperation relations with the civil society and means of enhancing them in different domains. Mr. Swed pointed out to the financial and logistic support offered by the government to the Syrian Red Crescent in order to help accomplishing its task in providing health and relief assistance, calling to boost cooperation between the Syrian Red Crescent and the UNICEF in different development and relief domains. For his part, Mr. Abdel Jalil thanked the Syrian government for its support of the UNICEF work in Syria.